We went to Jub's Longevity. It was our second summer raw, and we were like feeling amazing. We did a New York trip without no kids. We went to Jub's Longevity. We walked in, I saw all these parfaits, looking just like that, but in beautiful glasses. And Dr. Jubb started dipping long dessert spoons into these parfaits and pulling them out. And he's a weird guy. You guys see him, right?
He's not weird.
I was like, wow. He started handing us all these things. He's just pulling, like, the for sale things. He's taking spoonfuls out and handing, here, take this. And he's saying, minerals. You're getting your minerals. And I was like, what is this? Who is this guy? I had no idea who David Jubb was. I thought he was some weird guy. I tasted these things. I was like, how do you do this? And he says, it's seaweed. I was just like, no way. Wow. He had yogurt. He had parfaits, all made of seaweed. Wow. It's been our quest ever since then. How do we make this? How do we bring this to the community? How do we make it real to do? So you don't have to go to New York City to do this. Like, you do this in your kitchen, okay? And this is how you do it.
So I'm going to just make a quick pudding. And I've done this a number of times, so I know that I need about an ounce of Irish moss, and because I've weighed it out over and over and over again, and I know that an ounce is somewhere along about that much, maybe a little bit. That's probably a little bit more.
When in doubt, add more.
Yeah, always add more. And then I'm gonna add some almond milk that I made earlier. This is just, yeah, plain almond milk.
You guys know how to do that.
I'm going to do about 1.5 cups or so. And you can really, I mean, there's a great book, we brought it today, called Sweet Gratitude. And it's incredible, the Irish Moss chapter is what turned us on to Irish Moss.
That book is the bomb.
And that, I mean, that'll tell you step by step, like really, but I mean, you can wing it.
Look how crinkly those pages are. Has that book been used once or twice? Has it been spilled all over?
So first, I'm gonna just do.
One of your kids spit up in it.
No, that's me.
I'm gonna really break down the Irish moss before adding anything else. Okay. Now I'm gonna do a vanilla pudding. You can do berries. You could add a couple cups of berries. Speaking of cashews, I'm gonna do some cashews for another kind of bulking it up. So I have 2 cups of cashews that I soaked.
We're gonna put a thing out later. Leave your emails, and if you want, Gina will give you these. She'll send you the recipes.
Do we have everybody's?
We'll put it.
You sent the thing out to everybody?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. I can.
So yeah, we'll get this out. Okay. The recipe. And then I'm gonna do. This is raw agave nectar. I'm gonna do about 1/2 cup of agave.
Or any sweetener that you prefer.
Or whatever sweetener. You could do honey. You could do maple syrup if that's what you choose.
You do Yocon?
Yes. And then about 1/8 teaspoon of salt. We have Himalayan pink sea salt, but again, whatever you choose. This is not gluten-free vanilla extract, but I'm going to add about 1/2 tablespoon to a tablespoon.
Can I touch upon the vanilla? Normally we use what we call liquid vanilla. We just throw vanilla beans in there, just enough water to blend it. It turns it into this mash. We call it liquid vanilla. And if you ever see liquid vanilla in a recipe, that's what it is. There you go. Pack it up. You got it. We just were packing light today.
Okay, now I'm going to blend this all up.
Yeah, smasher?
Nope. I'm going to add enough milk to really get it going.
Can I not do a sales pitch, but just be honest with you? If you are going to look into a high-powered blender, there's a few on the market. We had the Blend Tech for 3 years. It was like too powerful. I've sprayed the ceiling more than a few times. The Vitamix is just the most balanced machine we ever had. If you're overpowering, it shuts down itself for 10 minutes. fire it back up. The thing is just such a great machine. You don't need it now, no pressure, but if you're looking into it, research the Vitamix. It's
and it
such
comes
an
with a
amazing
tamper, which is
yeah, you can
incredible.
really push all that stuff down in there.
So now that that's all blended up, I'm going to add some coconut oil, about a half a cup.
And this is a pudding.
And this is going to be a pudding, yeah. And then 2 tablespoons of lecithin. And what the lecithin is going to do is it acts as an emulsifier, so it's going to bind the fats in the water, the liquid, to make sure that your pudding doesn't separate.
There's a lot of controversy about soy out there. Soy lecithin, this lecithin is derived from soy. It's a complete different being. I'd suggest doing your research on it. It's something that we have looked into. It's legitimate. We get it from Mountain Rose Herbs. It's like the good stuff, you know. And people that we look up to and who are awesome chefs that we look up to, they're all using this thing in the community. Although it is controversial. Anyway, some people don't.
Well,
I wouldn't dig into it yet. Like, let's present.
Yeah, totally.
okay, so now I'm going to pour this out, and I could add cacao powder to it. The berries, like I said, you really could add whatever you want, make any flavor. We often do parfaits. Now, this is best if you let it sit overnight. It comes to a nice firm texture. So we made this last night.
That's 3 layers. That's her doing what she did 3 different times to create 3 different things.
Cacao, vanilla, and then raspberry on the top.
That's beautiful.
Everyone loves
So
coffee.
it looks
right?
too good, so we're actually not going to eat it, so sorry.
You guys want to taste this right now? Just like while we're talking, do you want to go for it? Give us throw it out there. Just get some spoons. Yes, you can have some. Of course you can.
Does everybody want to take another?
Because she wants. So we're going to cruise through one more part of this. Wait for you guys to get some this amazing seaweed creation.
Maybe we can start.
And the whole premise of this is to really get these minerals into our system.
So my kids really love. They'll sit down. When they feel like they're getting sick, you look over and we have different jars of seaweed at our house. So they'll have like the dulse, the kelp, the nori out, and they're just eating it. But a lot of times they won't do that, or a lot of kids wouldn't go that route, or adults even. So you put seaweed in something like this.
With fruit.
And yeah.
Like berries, we did peach, whatever's in season.
I've had my grandparents eating it. And then,
How much is a
beautiful.
bag of Irish moss? Give or take.
Is
Less
it?
than $10. Glenn knows.
No.
What's Irish moss cost, Glenn?
Please? It's about $14.99 for I think a bag like that. And you'll see white Irish moss, and then you'll see like a seaweed type Irish moss. So I don't know that there's much of a difference.
It's. I believe that the only difference is that this has been sun dried, so the sun bleaches out the color, so then you don't have the funky red-brown color when you're making a vanilla pudding.
So this is one thing you can do with Irish moss. We're just showing you one thing. We only have 15 minutes here. Like, one thing. You throw this in your smoothie in the morning, make your smoothie thicker. It's going to make you fuller. It's going to make you be able to like go to that way you don't have to eat like a candy bar or whatever you eat. I don't know, breakfast bar in between breakfast and lunch. You know, like just that little oomph is going to like. It's just taking it to the next level. That's all this is. It's just like additional love. Okay, so was that awesome?
Wow, that is
Tastes great too.
Yeah, how does it taste? I mean, can you guys deal with that? Now let's wrap that with a nut crust in a pie. Oh my god.
Oh, yeah.